Welcome back to the Hoots Podcast. We are proudly brought to you by Ladbrokes. And Rocky, it's time to talk about teams that have been the most surprising in the West. Teams that you thought at the start of the season wouldn't be where they are. And I do believe you're going to kick off proceedings, Rocky. Stats.
LA Clippers.
LA Clippers. Yeah, they've been good.
There's a few candidates on the list. I was thinking, yeah, God, they've done really well. Like Spurs was another one. I'm not going to keep going unless you've got one. So I don't want to say it. Kings would be a special mention for me as well.
Kings
but
fun.
let's stick with the Clippers.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why. They've got max space for probably two players now.
Yep.
They traded away Tobias Harris, who was their best player by some margin.
Yep.
They've got a six-man in Lou Williams, who's leading their scoring.
Yep.
They had a makeshift team to begin with at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They traded away Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, blew up the big three.
Yep.
They got given Doc Rivers was given a makeshift team,
Mm-hmm.
and they were looking like they were going to make the playoffs anyway. And then they go and throw away their best player
Yep.
and lost Gortat and Marjanovic,
Yeah.
and they're still 8th in the West.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
And it is insanely unfair that the media don't say anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're the little brother of a bigger LA team.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. It's amazing that right now the Lakers are total rating are 11th and the Clippers are 8th. And
And you look at the trajectory.
And you look at it and you go, or if you told me that at the start of the season, if it blows my mind that there's another team who are the smaller little brother in the same stadium, and no one in the media talks about them, yet their bigger brother is doing worse than them and everyone still talks about them.
Yes.
That is mind-blowing. Like, if you're a Clippers fan, you'd have every right to be pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, hold on a second, we're actually better than them. And they have been better than them for a long time. So, I think that the fact that they had a makeshift team to begin with and Doc Rivers has coached the shit out of them and got them to that point, and then they lost their best player and are still in contention.
Yeah.
Forget about it. That is astounding.
Yeah.
Hats off to them. They won 3. My Lord, they've won 8 of their last 10. And they just play with hustle.
Yeah.
Zubac said that when he got traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, that he was amazed by their hustle and their professionalism. So, hats off to them. Great coaching as well.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, I have to say it, and we've got to give special props to our good friend, Mitchie Sims, Denver Nuggets. Who saw this coming apart from Denver fans?
I did say in one episode that they were going to do very well this
We
year.
thought they were going to do well, but the fact that they're tied with the Warriors right now, and it's only percentage that's stopping them from being at the top.
Yep,
so
won
they're
their
doing
last 5 actually.
30-6 at home. Like Golden State Warriors are 24-10, like 30-6.
That's
It's
astounding.
crazy, man. It's it's very similar to Indiana in a way.
Oh, how good
in
they
the
are,
East,
yeah.
And
And that's how you win. That's how you become a good basketball team. Is that you defend your fortress.
Yep.
So, and I also laughed at their coach Malone. Sounds like Post Malone.
It does, doesn't it?
Coach Malone.
Yeah, Coach Malone.
He got interviewed by I think it was Stephen A. Smith the other day, and he said, you've you're blah, blah, about you're terrible on the road, and they've actually got a winning record on the road.
I know. How funny was
It was
that?
hilarious. I was like, wait a minute, why is he saying that? And then he just Malone knows straight away that he's made an error.
Which goes to show if they get, which is looking more and more, if they're going to get the first home final, which they're pretty much going to get.
Oh, they're guaranteed.
They're guaranteed to win. And
So
I mean,
at the moment, as it stands, they'd be taking on the
Clippers,
Jazz,
Spurs, or your mates the Thunder.
I think
So-
that they would account for all of them.
So do I. So it's really exciting. I mean, who knows how far they can go? And the exciting thing is, it doesn't look like anyone's going anywhere. So they're going to be a genuine threat for a couple of years.
Oh yeah, get used to it.
Yeah, they're here to stay.
And the thing is that most of their team, people forget that Jokic is 24. 24.
Yes,
He's so
he
young.
looks 44.
He looks
but not in a bad way. He just looks a bit older.
a bit in a bad way.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that Malone's put so much faith in that backcourt in Murray and Harris.
Yeah.
And Harris was injured. They've had things with injuries. Like they've had a pretty injury place. Even Michael Porter Jr. He's been injured the whole season, and they drafted him. It's just amazing. And they had IT, and they put him out of the guard roster because Monte Morris is doing so well.
I know.
They do have people criticizing it, Denver Nuggets for their depth, but they have it there, just not in some stocks. But even Mason Plumlee backing up Jokic has been serviceable. All these guys, Beasley.
Yeah, it's a pretty deep team. And
Millsap, I don't know.
The fact that they'll be able to play the way they have all year is
Yes.
really
So consistent.
Yeah, so
even
consistent.
through injury. I
Yeah.
mean, they lost Harris for ages. They didn't have Millsap for a little bit. Like they didn't have Michael Porter Jr.
They're
the
on
whole
the
time.
same amount of wins as the
As Golden
Warriors.
State, yeah.
It's
Insane.
crazy. Let us know what you think. Comment down below who's really surprised you in the West. Thanks for all the support again. Like the page. Keep entering all the jersey comps, and we'll see you next time on Hoops.